This
Yes, Django. Right, let's start today's session. So in the last session, we just discussed about session management in Django. So how to work with session and how to create and how to set the session data, how to lead the session data. We have discussed all these things. Now in today's session, I'm going to show you the what we can say session methods. Important methods are there that I will show you here. Okay. Yeah. So what are the important methods, how to work with them, we'll discuss. So for this, to show the methods description, I'm just opening the documentation so that there I can show you the important messages. So important statements belongs to session details. So here, now, yes. So there are some important session methods are there. These are the session methods. First method we can observe here, flush method is available. Flush method means it deletes the current session data from the session and deletes the session cookie also. Got my point? Flush method. Already I sent this document, man, PDF for long back. Complete Django material document is there, no, with the PDF. Everyone got this. Don't you receive? Mr. Karthik, please check in Google Drive, sorry, in the spam folder. Fine. Session methods. There is a method called flush method. It deletes the current session data from session and deletes the session cookie also. Session cookie will be deleted and current session data also will be deleted. This is what actually uh, flush method. Next, one more method is there. Get underscore expire underscore at underscore browser underscore close. These are all built-in methods. So get underscore expire underscore at underscore browser underscore close. It returns either true or false. Okay, it returns either true or false depending on whether the user session cookie will expire when the user's web browser is closed. Okay, whenever user web browser is closed, if session is going to expire, then it return true, otherwise it return false. This method. Now there is one more method is there, clear underscore expired method is there. So what is the purpose of clear underscore expired method? Means it removes the expired sessions from the session store. What is session store? Yes, let me show you the session store. In our application, already we discussed. So all the Django sessions will be stored in Django underscore session table. Let's refresh this table. These are the session store. This is session store completely. So now we are working with current session ID is this one only 34HQ like this session ID. Even in the browser memory also that this session ID is available. So what browser we worked previously, I'll show you just a moment. So just let's go to terminal and activate this virtual environment. I'm just moving towards terminal and I'm activating virtual environment for this website. So slash dot dot slash my env slash scripts slash activate. So let's try to start the server. Python space manage.py run server. Once we run server, look at this. So I'm just copying this link and pasting into Microsoft Edge. I'm taking in this Microsoft Edge, I'm going to place this link. And now you can see I'm doing set, session set. I'm going to get the session like this. Session data is Hyderabad. I have written session age in seconds, session expiry date also April 20, 2023, 109 a.m. What going, man? Mr. Ajay, what happened over there? Yeah.
Rooster is trying to wake him up.
అరే షాక్లు ఇస్తున్నారు జనాలు. Fine. So session data is this one, and the session age in seconds, like this is, and session expiry date and April 20, 2023, 109 a.m. So this is today, April 6th. As I said, that session, once we set that will date is session default time is what? 14 days. That's the reason it sets the 14 days time expiry age, expiry date. But the location of the session detail, session cookie is what actually this is. You just go to browser and settings. In the left hand side, just you can see cookies and site permission, and manage and delete cookies and site data, and see all cookies and site data. And our cookie is like this: session cookie 127.0.0.1 localhost cookie. Two cookies are there. Obviously this is session id. Session id is our cookie. Session details, the name of the session is session id. Then content is what? Content means this is what actually, it's not a session data, it's a session id only. Okay, we have seen already in the last session. This session id you can able to compare with session store. Same id is there or not? Session store. As I said, that session cookie do not contain session data. Session cookie contains session id only. Always session store the data into database only. So 3-4 ID started. Now you can see this 3-4 ID is available in the session store or not. This is ID. Now let me apply what method? Flush method. Just now I discussed. No, first method is what, sir? Flush. It deletes the current session data from the session, and it deletes the session cookie also. Your current session data will be deleted, and current session ID also delete. Session cookie also delete. All will be deleted when we use flush method. Okay, so let me show you flush method while working with the delete cookie. So here already we have written some view section in the delete session. Look at this delete session. I'm using completely flush method here. Okay, flush method I'm using request dot session dot flush. Let's comment this. I'm using here request dot session dot flush method is there. Now one more method also I'm showing you, get underscore expiry underscore at underscore browser close. Obviously it returns false because it returns either true or false depending on whether the user session cookie will expire when the user web browser is closed. Actually when the web browser closed, then user cookie is going to expire? No. Why? Because it's having 14 days time period. It won't expire, it will stay. That's what it return, what actually simply false. Get underscore expiry underscore at underscore browser underscore close. This also I'm showing now. Request dot session dot get underscore expiry underscore at underscore browser close. Okay, fine. Next, what I want to show you here, uh, clear expired also there. Clear expired. Okay, cleared expired means what? This is clear expired, but actually this will not work out right now for in our situation, because this clear expired session only method will work only when you have expired sessions in the session store. But look at this, in our session table we don't have any expired sessions. Expired session means what? Session default time period is 14 days generally. Okay, but sometimes after crossing 14 days also, the session table, Django underscore session table, having some expired sessions. Okay, that kind of session data, do you want to clean it? Then we can apply cleared underscore expired method. But at this time, if I use this method also, it won't give impact as, because there is no expired sessions in my session store. Already still live sessions are there. It's still time is there for this. Okay. There is no session. It is going to be like date bar. Date is not bar. Still it is there. So that's what I cannot able to show you. When we have your session store, suppose after 14 days, you can expire underscore clear underscore expired. If you apply, then old sessions, expired sessions will remove from the session store. Okay, hope you understand. That's what I'm not going to write this expired underscore session, clear underscore expired. I'm not going to write. Even if I write this also, this will not give us any impact. Okay, flush method, get underscore expire at the browser underscore close. So flush method is clearly useful for us because current session ID will be delete, current session data also will be delete, completely will be delete. Okay, let's see this. I'm going to restart the server, and now you can see run the server, and just copy this link and paste into here, sir, where in the Microsoft Edge browser. In this, I'm going to use here, paste it. I have to apply del. Del means what? Session data has deleted and session cookie also deleted. Look at this. This ID also will be deleted because flush method is there. No, here, there, flush method. Now you can see session ID deleted, session cookie data deleted, everything is deleted. Even if you go to here in the Django session storage, let's refresh, everything is gone. This is called flush method effect. Flush method is used to delete current session cookie and current session data. Right now we are working with current session data is what? Session ID. But just now what I deleted. So this is flush method, and also look at this. We have written clearly what actually get underscore expire underscore at browser close, but here it is not going to be show anywhere. Why? Because we have not stored these details at anywhere. Got my point? So these details do you want to print? So actually we need to print that. So I didn't print this, so let's try to print once, then you will be able to see this false actually. Okay, yes. Now let's restart the server and reload this request. Now copy this, and now you can see place it here. Now I'm setting the session and getting the session data. Now you can see session store also having here this new session ID will be created or not, just check it. New session ID created, that ID is start with FL, and this session storage also having this session ID FL. But whenever we apply del method, look at this del, when we use del, then what will happen in this case? Session current session data will be deleted, and from here, look at this, from here current session data is deleted, session ID session cookie deleted, and also session storage. And here you can see this false, is it written or not? Yes. Why we got this false in terminal? Because we applied in this view section print. request.session.get_expiry_at browser close. This return false. When it return true, the moment when we close the browser window of the website, once sessions are going to be closed or deleted, then it return true. But actually, sessions will not delete like that. Session cookie will not delete like that. Session cookie will have clearly time, that is 14 days. The moment when we close the browser, it will not delete. So that's what it return false. So these methods I'm showing: flush, get_expiry at browser, clear expired. Even if I write, there is no result right at this moment. After 14 days, when we apply this clear expired in your Django session storage table, all expired sessions which is available, that will be removed from by using clear_expired. Okay, yes. Next, I'm going to show you these three methods. But before going to show you these three methods, I want to show you session settings are there. Look at this session settings. Session cookie age. Actually, default time period of the session is what actually 14 days. But even you can able to use session cookie age. We can also set. Look at this session underscore cookie underscore age. The age of session cookies in seconds, default is 2 weeks in seconds. But if you want to set as per your own requirement, as per your own time, then we can also set this default session cookie age. It's possible, sir. Okay, it's possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. This settings where I can do in the settings.py session underscore cookie underscore age equals to something like 50 seconds, 60 seconds, like that. And session cookie underscore name. So just now we have seen when we set the session in the browser memory, session cookie name is always what, sir? Session underscore ID. But sir, I don't want to make that name. That I want to create a new name, session underscore ID in place of that. Means you can also use session underscore cookie underscore name property in the settings.py. The name of the cookie to use for session is default is session ID. In place of default session ID, we can create other name also. These all settings, session settings. We have to follow settings.py only. Next, session cookie path is there. Session cookie path. The path is going to be set on the session cookie. This also I'll show you. Right now you can observe here. Your session ID will be session ID only there. Okay, path is not at all there. But right now there is no path. But let's go to settings.py and include that. So how to go to settings.py? Here in this Django settings.py is there. So I'm going to use this settings.py. But before that, you just try to comment this one, because when we use delete, it's not okay. It's okay, no problem. So flush method and get expiry, it is, if you delete then it will work, otherwise not. It's okay, leave it about this. Next, what I'm trying to do, settings.py, I'm just moving, and here in this settings.py, somewhere we need to set the session details here. Okay, anywhere you can use. So I'm trying to do this setting session detail settings here. In settings.py, I need to do changes. Session underscore cookie underscore age. Session underscore cookie underscore age is there. Look at this. I'm giving 60 seconds. Next, session underscore cookie underscore path is there. So path. I'm going to give the path is for login page path I'm giving. Just I'm going to create which path login page session cookie I'm giving. Just you can take any path actually. So just I'm giving path name is slash login, and session underscore cookie underscore name is also there. Session underscore cookie underscore name by default session ID, but here you can see this my session I'm writing. This is the name. This name you will be able to see in the browser window now. Look at this session cookie age is 60 seconds, but by default what actually it is, uh, what we can say, session age is 60 seconds, but by default is 14 days. Session cookie name is I'm setting. Session cookie path also I'm setting. Let's restart the server and try to work on it now. Now I'm trying to copy this and go to Microsoft Edge browser and place it here. I'm just pasting set the session is setting. Okay, once we set this, now you can see you can go to here in the next tab. In the next tab, what I'm trying to do, just refresh. Now you can see session cookie underscore name is what? My session. So previously default name is what? Session ID. The content is what? New session cookie is created or not? Yes. But look at this path is what? Login. I said this login path. But look at this expires. Created today Thursday, expires Thursday itself, April 6, 2023, 6:54:58 a.m. After 60 seconds, this session cookie will be expired, not for 14 days. But you can see in the same thing in the Django session store also, what it stored like this, same session cookie is there W3. But look at this 2023 April 06. Today only will expire. Okay, when it will expire? After 60 seconds. Okay, fine. After 60 seconds also, whenever you refresh this table, sometimes expired session data will be there in session store. That context, do you want to clear expired sessions from this session store? You can use what method? Clear underscore expired method. This method is required. I can show you now, even if it is not going to be deleted from the session store. I can apply clear underscore expired session. It removes expired sessions from the session store. Okay, there is a possibility to work on it. So after 1 minute, because in my case, I included in the settings.py session cookie age is what? 60 seconds. The moment after reaching 60 seconds, even when we apply, look at this, even when we apply, when we you can see that session is deleted or not, my session, because session time is over. Even that session is deleted in the cookie location session ID. But look at this, in this django underscore session, still this expired sessions are there or not? This is expired session or not? Yes, already this session has expired, because that was there only 60 seconds time. But even after expired also, it's not removing from this session store. This type of sessions do you want to remove? Then what is the procedure is there? This is what is that? Just observe here. This is, go to your coding part in the view section. Now here I have to write clear expired. We have to write here what we have to use: request dot session dot clear expired. Request dot session dot clear expired is there. Then it remove this expired session from session store. Let's reload this. Now refresh browser. I'm trying to do directly what actually copy it. Del I'm applying. The moment applying del session data deleted, it's showing just del.html. But go and check out in the session store. Cleared expired method I have included. Now you can see expired sessions are cleared or not. Yes. So that is about clear underscore expired session. So it remove expired sessions from the session store. This is the important method. All methods we covered, but three more methods also there. Let me cover that. For that I am going to create one new application, so to avoid just confuse. Okay, so let me close all these browsers which I open, so make it clear now. So after that we'll start with a new application and we will see this. Now observe here, these three methods I'm including, sir. It's important. Set underscore test underscore cookie. Okay, set underscore test underscore cookie. We are setting test cookie for what purpose? Look at this, set underscore test underscore cookie. It sets a test cookie to determine whether the user's browser supports cookies or not. Meaning is what? Sometimes user can disable the cookies Okay, yes, user will disable the cookies wantedly because they don't want to accept the cookies, because they are going to deal with some secure transaction. They don't want to store their details in the browser mission for security reason, or some browser do not allow cookies. Unfortunately, they were blocked cookies at this browser location. In that context, your sessions will not work, no? Yes. Already I discussed, sessions are completely, Django sessions are completely what based? Cookie based. Why? Because for the first time when we send request to the server through session, that request will be treated as new request, and for every new request, server will be processed and it will assign a unique ID known as session ID, while the response is coming from the server along with session ID will come, and that session ID will stored into cookies. Okay, so that's what your browsers need to have, the cookie supporting, then only that cookie contains session ID which is coming from server. So if user disable the cookies or block the cookies at browser location, then sessions will not work as we expected. So that's what we need to test, whether user browser supports cookies or not. For testing purpose, what we have, three methods we have. Look at this. What methods? Three methods. Set underscore test underscore cookie. It sets a test cookie to determine whether the user browser supports cookies or not. It tests the test cookie to determine whether the user browser supports cookies or not. Test cookie, why we are setting? If test cookie will come and stored in the browser, that means user browser is having cookie supporting, it will support. If the test cookie, if not able to store and in the browser location, then that we can say test cookie is not going to store in the browser memory in the cookies. So that's what user browser do not support cookies, we can say that. Based on this we can decide. I'll show you example. Next, how it will show that whether test cookie is worked or not. Yes, there is one more method is there, test underscore cookie underscore worked method is there. It return true or false, boolean. It return either true or false depending on whether the user's browser accepted the test cookie or not. If user browsers accepted the test cookie, this method will return true. That means we can assume that user browser supports cookies. If user browser not accepted the test cookie, then this method will return false. That means user browser do not have the cookies. After setting the test cookie, after your testing is over, you try to delete your test cookie. It deletes the test cookie only. Once we delete the test cookie, then later we cannot test the cookies, whether user browser supports cookies or not. So these three methods purpose I'm creating a new application, fresh application, because we have lot of code in this application. So that's the reason what I'm trying to do. So just remove this complete settings, views, and del.html, get.html, URLs, and clean it completely. So in the settings.py also, I just want to keep this in comment section. Yes. Now let me create a new application. What is that application name? We are testing the cookies. So that's what, uh, Control C, create new application. Python space manage.py start app. Okay. Uh, Test cookie app. I can say that. Yeah. Okay. Any application name you can take as per your requirement. So this name need to give in the settings.py. So include that. Test cookie app is my application, comma. Close this. I'm testing the cookie, whether browser supports cookies or not. So let's go to test cookie app. So here in the view section, we have to write like this, view section. In this view section, I'm writing here how to check browser supports cookies or not. Okay. So def set underscore session current request. After this current request, what I'm taking, request.session.request.session.test cookie, set test cookie method, set test cookie method I'm using. It will set the test cookie. This test cookie is going to store in the browser memory. That means your browser supports cookies. Otherwise, not. Return, render, current request, comma. What I'm trying to do, set.html. Set.html page I'm moving. Already set.html is there. Fine. Next, I'm providing df check underscore session. It is my new view request. If request dot session dot test cookie worked. Okay, because I said that this test cookie worked method will return true or false. If it is written true, I can say that print in the terminal. Okay, so I can say that clearly. So user browser supports cookies. User browser supports cookies like this. Else user has disabled the cookies like this. Means user browser do not support cookies. So I have to say return render current request. Date do you want to display this message? Just I want to say check.html page. Fine. After completion of testing, I need to delete the test cookie also. So del underscore session request. Now, oh, what's happening here? Request dot session. Why it is not going to? Now return session request. Request dot session dot delete test cookie. Yes, this method is used to delete the test cookie. What we set? Return render current request del dot html. We have already del dot html, set dot html, check dot html. We don't have check dot html. That template I have to prepare, sir, simply. Now in the templates we have to prepare check dot html. I'm preparing. So what I'm trying to say here, h1 checking cookies. Set dot html is there. Okay, test cookie has set. Del dot html is there. Test cookie has deleted. Wait a minute. Yeah, test cookie has deleted. These are all my just statements which I want to display. So let's create the urls.py quickly. URLs already I have included in my previous application. So that was the session app. Let's copy the URLs. Okay. Then paste that urls.py also into test cookie app. Paste it. URLs are pasted and according to that you have to use cookie app set session Here it is. Check session del session. Fine. This URLs we have to include into project level URLs. In this URLs, I'm including this is session app slash. Now I'm using current application level URLs. I'm not giving any name. Include what is the application name, test cookie app dot URLs. That's it. This is the routine process, regular process. Now this example I'm showing now. So in the Google Chrome browser, because there I can clearly disable the cookies. Okay, let's see this whether your browser is having cookies or not. Right now I'm just opening empty browser Google Chrome. So look at this empty browser Google Chrome I'm opening now. So Google Chrome, how to disable the cookies, enable the cookies, will come to know that. Here I'm giving settings. In this settings, left hand side, privacy and security is there. And in this you can see this cookies and other site data is there. And right now my browser is having allows all cookies. Okay, allows all cookies. That's what cookies are working properly. Test cookie will be available. Okay, browser is having cookies. Yes, minimize that. Now I'm trying to run this server. In the terminal, you have to observe, sir. This logic is we have to observe all the way in terminal only. Because in the terminal, while doing check session, if request.session.test cookie is working, whether it is written true or false, if it is written true, user browser supports cookies. Now this time we will get user browser supports cookies only. Okay. Yes, because in the user browser cookies are allow all cookies are there. Later I'll go with this block all cookies. Again, you will see the result. Okay. Yes, let's start the server. Python space manage.py, run server. Now you can see run server. So in this, I'm going to click on directly here. When we click on directly, now it is available in the Google Chrome browser only. Now I'm trying to do this setting only. Set means test cookie has set. Only test cookie has set. Test cookie has set. But look at this. I'm trying to what? Check. Check. Checking the browser cookies. What is the result you are getting in the terminal? You can see user browser supports cookies. Meaning is request.session.test cookie worked. Whatever we set the test cookie here, this cookie will store into browser memory. That's what it's working. Means your browser is accepting cookies. Let's go and check out in the browser back. So I want to go with block all cookies, which is not recommended, but I'm trying to use block all cookies. After block all cookies, now I'm trying to reset the cookie. Test cookie has set is there, but whether it is accepting or not later. So now we are checking this. Check, checking the browser cookies. We can go and check the terminal. User has disabled the cookies. Means I blocked the cookies all. So user browser do not support any cookies. It's not accept the cookie. And if you want to delete, this is the way to check whether user browser supporting cookies or not. If you want to delete the cookies, test cookie, then we can use del. Del means what? It will delete the test cookie. Test cookie has deleted. Yeah. Why it is giving error? Can you guess anybody? I know that.
Cookies, I think test cookie is not there. The key is
Yeah.
not there.
Exactly, exactly. So just now we tried to set the test cookie, but unfortunately test cookie is not coming from server and stored in the browser. That's what if there is no cookie and session ID is there, it will give error or not. That's the problem actually. So
We
let's
have to
try
use
to
test method.
let's try to unblock the cookies. Now you can see all cookies I'm maintaining now. Now this time you can see this. I'm trying to show you set test cookie setting. That means that cookie is there, and after that check the cookie. Now you can say check the cookie. Now this time user browser is supporting cookies or not. Yes, user browser supports cookies are there in the terminal. And that once we have test cookies available, that test cookie, do you want to delete this, you can delete the test cookie. Test cookie has deleted, it's there because test cookie whatever available in the browser memory that was deleted. After deleting test cookie, when we try to check this, now what will happen, you can see, check, will it check test cookie? No, you can see user browser supports cookies are there. After test cookie is there, then it will not work because test cookie is there. It will say that clearly user browser supports cookie. Okay, now I have deleted the test cookie. If you want to delete, you can delete the test cookie. Test cookie is going to be delete. Okay. So let's reload this, restart this. Test cookie is deleted, but still you are trying to do what? Check cookie, check, checking the browser cookies. But actually it is saying user has disabled the cookies, but actually user has not disabled the cookie. User still enable the cookies only. Why it is showing message means there is no test cookie is there to test whether user browser is supports or not. That's what it's going to by default, what user has disabled the cookie. If test cookie is there, this will work. If test cookie is not there, this will work. So this is all about testing your cookies, your browser supports cookies or not properly. So this is the way to test. So same, I'm trying to discuss one more new application. So we have seen in the cookie concept, page count application means the data count value will come from server for the first request, and that count value will increase by default one by one by adding in the session ID along with cookie data. So page count application with cookies session management, how to do, we'll see this. I'm going to start new application, Python space manage.py, start app uh, session page count app, session page count app. Now this application I'm including into settings.py, session page count app is there, comma. Let's close this, and it's very simple actually. Session page count app means same what we got the data in the cookie context. We discussed already in the cookie context how to count the page when we send the request to the server. Okay, yes. So let's go with page count application, session page count application and the view section only. So I'm trying to write the code here, session page count app, how to work with this. I'm trying to write the code here. My view name is df page underscore count underscore view is my view name. Page count view with the request object. Request. So I'm trying to go with count equals to request dot session dot get. Okay, session name is count. Later I have to create session name also. Default value is 0. Every time the session value need to be increased, that will store into new count. How it will be increased? Count plus 1. New count equal to count plus 1. Then I need to create the session request dot session of what is the session key count. Request dot session of session key is what? Count equals to what is the session value? New count is the value. This value I want to return render current request comma page count dot html. And this count I need to send into that page count dot html in the format of what? Context. Context is always having key and value, then count equals to count. Okay. Yes. So now coming to this here, this count is the context key. This count is the session key. Session key means value is what? New count only. For the first time when we execute that count value, how much it is? 0. That every time, next time, whenever we send request and get response, new count automatically increment by 1. That new count is the session key value. This key value I'm sending into page counter.html. Let's prepare the page counter.html template also. Page counter.html. Here I'm preparing page counter.html. Here I'm trying to use this count option. Page count is the page count is, what is this? Count. I'm providing this count value some span tag here. Span, I'm taking span. Span means inline element. Only count value I want to make some styling. To make styling in the head section, what tag we have to use? Style tag. I'm applying styling for span. Color is red. Okay. So font size is just I'm taking what actually font size is 50 pixel. That's it. So if you want to execute this page count view, we need URLs or not? Yes, I need URLs. So I have URLs again, my previous application. Let's copy that and go to this session page count and paste this urls.py and sets the URL. So that is what session page count app is my application name, and we need to use page count view. There is no URL name I'm taking. Just this URLs I have included into, I need to include into project level URLs. That's it. Now let's start the server. And once we run the server, look at this. The moment when we hit this, page count is 0. Now when we refresh this, automatically it will be 1 and 2 and 3 like this. So this is how it is happening. Session with page count actually here. Session with page count application clearly. Session with page count. Okay. This is completely. Page count is this one only. Page count. Total count is 4. Total count is 5. These details will be stored in the session data, session storage only. Now we just look at this session storage where it is there. Django underscore session only here. Django underscore session is there where it is available. This is about complete session details, sir. Okay, session details. How to work with session. Session data is secured in database because it is going to be server side state management technique. It's not about client side state management technique. So in the next session, we'll see cache mechanism. Implementation of cache mechanism is easy. Only out of these three topics like session, cookies, and cache, session is somewhat little bit complex because it's having huge methods. You have to remember all these things. But coming to the cache, cache will be the simple concept, but that will work clearly. Cache is a temporary memory for the client at server side. So as I said that the examination result example, when examination result announced by some universities, many of the students hit the request on the same day. So that's what for the first request, every student will get delay response because when he send request to the server after entering hall ticket number, every student request has to treated as new request by the server. It takes delay response. And once we get the response, next time whenever we re-enter your hall ticket number, you will get quick response because your request first request time, your requested data stored at cache memory at server side. Cache memory means temporary memory for the client at server side. Cache is nothing but temporary memory for the client at server side. So temporary memory means not permanently. The default time period of cache is what? 5 minutes only. 5 minutes time only your data will be stored. Suppose we have too many section, not section, session IDs. In that some expired, some running. How to find expired session IDs? You have to go to uh, session storage. Okay, database storage that expired session automatically. Manual because there is no finding expired session of options. Actually, session once expired, there is no use. But sometimes session expired storage will be there in the Django sessions storage. That you have to clear means you can clear it. Better to use clear underscore expired everywhere, automatically it will clear it. See, the thing is in your Gmail also, so many trash will be there. Okay. So you have to go and empty trash. Otherwise, automatically it will be delete. Here also Django session, sometimes it will delete. Sometimes it may not delete. So you have to go manual delete. That is cleared expired session method through you can do it. So this is about today. Tomorrow we'll start with cache mechanism. CACHA cache. Cache is the temporary memory for the client at server side. The default time period for the cache is 5 minutes.
Sir, what's the status of offline class, sir? Django offline.
Django offline classes is going now. After this, I have to go there and teach. Right now, it's going authentication system. They are forward. They are two classes forward than this.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Why are you coming?
Yes, sir. I want to join from 14th onwards. So I'm asking.
You can join 14th onwards. Same 8 a.m. one Django offline is going, and next Monday I'm starting 11:45 a.m. One new fresh batch of Django.
No, sir. No,
11:45.
sir. I want to continue at 8 a.m. batch.
Yeah, okay. 8 a.m. only you can come.
Yes, sir.